Meantime, Governor Ducey has not spoken publicly about this racial divide, but he's met behind closed doors with community leaders demanding change. And new tonight, the Valley's faith-based leaders coming out concerned that the governor does not understand what systemic racism is. Nicole Grigg is live in Phoenix for us tonight with a march with African-American leaders within the church. Nicole?
That's correct, Katie. It will take off right here in Phoenix from the neighborhood ministries. And you can see over here that leaders have already started to gather. They're praying and singing right now. They plan to march to the Capitol. And although we have not heard from the governor publicly, we're told he is meeting with leaders in the African-American community. On Sunday, while demonstrators marched in the streets of Phoenix, Governor Doug Ducey met with a dozen faith leaders seen in this photo looking for a way to deal with issues of race in Arizona. By some accounts, the meeting didn't go so well.
It just seemed like it was a meeting just to say that I spoken to Black leaders. It was just something to cross off his checklist. I didn't see any sincerity in it.
Pastor Warren Stewart Sr., who organized the meeting on behalf of the governor, told ABC 15 over the phone, quote, "I don't know if the governor understands systemic racism. He suffers from white privilege."
I totally agree with Dr. Stewart on that. Governor Doug Ducey does suffer from white privilege.
The governor was really clear that he believes that racism exists, and he believes racism is a sin. He was not ready to say that racism is systematic or institutionalized.
Black Lives Matter! The governor's office said the 90-minute meeting centered around issues of racial justice and ways Arizona and the country can move forward together. It was described as an honest and frank conversation, but among the faith leaders, it only went so far.
I think he recognizes that there could be consequences among some of his constituents if he said, yes, he believes racism is systematic. But what I look for in leaders is courage.
And the governor said he was grateful for the faith leaders' openness and time. He hopes to continue the dialogue, and that's not the only leader we're seeking comment from. Besides the governor, we tried to get a hold of the mayor of Arizona's largest city on what she plans to do to help with the divide in our community right now. Mayor Kate Gallego would not make herself available. Her office insists she's busy, focused on important policy and budget discussions. They sent a statement from yesterday, and I reminded the office that people do not hear statements. Again, the protests happening later this evening. As for the peaceful march from with the faith leaders, it will begin here at 5:45 to the Capitol, which is just over about a half-mile away from where we are now. Reporting live in Phoenix, Nicole Grigg, ABC 15, Arizona.